Well, 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 well. What's going on? What's going on? Get on in. Get on in. Listen, we just here for a little bit of time. Okay, we got stuff to do today. Happy Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day. But I'm on my way out the door. As you can see, it's about 80 something degrees here in Chicago today, and I want to go outside. All right, it's a lot of stuff going on, and I want to be a part of it. However, I'm sorry I couldn't let one more day go without addressing the weirdos in the room. So we're going to just address the things that need to be addressed, and then we're going to get up out of here. Make sure you're hitting the like button. I promise I won't hold you too long. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to be right back. Make sure you hit the like button. Thank you for being here. All right. So I'm going to take these off for now. Thank y'all so much for being here. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. What's going on? How you doing, Dajing? Yes, thank you for always being here. Young Rias, thank you. What's that? That cocoa butter, exactly. You know, I'm just out here being melanated. And did y'all know that Memorial Day was actually started by Black people? I found that out like yesterday or earlier this morning, where Memorial Day was actually a holiday started by African Americans in this country. Everything starts with us, don't it? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm gonna address this, and I'm going outside with my friends so I could give thanks to my ancestors on this day that they originally created. But y'all, we're gonna get right into it. Thank you so much for being here. I know it's earlier in the day. It's not so much a happy hour, more like a little Monday fun day, little vibe we're gonna do. But we got to talk about it, because one thing I'm not gonna do. Let me turn down this music just a little bit more. Thank y'all so much for pulling up. One thing we're not gonna do is send threats, right? Let me take these shades off real quick. One thing we're not gonna do is send threats to people. So y'all see what's in the thumbnail. Y'all know what's been going on. Illasophical has been going viral the last week or so from his conversation that he had on the DPMO morning show with 2K and Lucky, right? Y'all know what was said. Y'all know exactly what he said. But for some reason, he thinks that the people that heard what he says are now misinterpreting his words, misconstruing his words, twisting things up because we just don't like him, right? Because we want to go out our way. All of a sudden, we now want to go on a smear campaign for Illasophical, who should be called Illogical, Sophical, or whatever the fuck. We're just on a rampage against you all of a sudden, not because of the shit that came out of your own mouth, not because of the ways that you were trying to rationalize and contextualize the idea of minors dealing with older men. No, it ain't that. It's just because we just don't like you. So now we want to go out of our way to make up lies about you. Let me tell you something. Don't flatter yourself. Don't flatter yourself, sir. Nobody gives a fuck about you that much where they need to go out their way to lie on you. At the end of the day, the shit that you was talking about, horrific, disgusting, and everybody should be calling you out for it. And I don't care what hub of weirdos that you surround yourself with that try to, agree with you and make you feel like that you're validated and you're correct. No, we're not doing over here. We're not doing that over here at Auntie House. I'm sorry, we're gonna call a spade a spade. And at the end of the day, you sounded like a weirdo, and you were rationalizing predators. It is what it is. Now, I want to make one thing clear before we get going. Hold on, let me start this timer, because I swear to God, y'all, I'm only here for a short period amount of time. We in and out, because I'm not even finna get this. I'm not about to give it that much life, right? Because you know what you said. What you said was fucked up, which is why you had to. Oh shit! Hold on, y'all, my bad. Which is why you had to go on an explanation tour. Remember we talked about this? Remember we talked about how when people know they saying some foul shit, some wrong shit, they then have to go on these tours explaining themselves because people are calling out their bullshit. You know you did wrong when you got to continuously double down and explain your stance on something. Because if you didn't say anything that was off, no one would have anything to say. But you did. And we're going to talk about it. But what we're here to prove is that Jazz Noel never directly called anybody a PDF file or a predator. I may have said you sounded like one. I may have said that you were sounding like you're defending those type of people. But me directly calling you that, and for this other weird dude, Willie Benson, whoever the fuck he is, that be on a lot of panels with Lapeef, coming to the defense of Illasophical on one of the streams that we were on, we're gonna look at it, threatening to sue me, defamation, because I arbitrarily called Illasophical a PDF file, which I did not. But what we will do is talk about who actually did call that man that word directly during that exact stream. Because you're not going to lie on me. And you're not going to try to defame me as if I'm putting jackets on people. No, y'all mouths, the shit that come out of your own mouth is what's putting the jacket on you. And you want everybody else to just, oh yeah, you know, back in the day, historically speaking, it was normal. So no. When it comes to shit like this, I can't be quiet about it. So let's get right into it. Thank y'all so much for being here. Make sure you're hitting that like button. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you. What's going on, Rogue? I see a girl, your pretty self. Yes. What's going on, Eugene? I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. What's going on, Brownie? Oh my God. All the cuties be over here. All the cute girls be over here. And I love that. I love that for me. What's going on, Dorian? I see you. Exactly. As if we didn't see what we saw, as if we didn't hear what we heard. There's no explaining this shit, right? Tiffany, my girl, with the first super chat. Hi, Jazz, aka Dollface. What's up, baby? Blessings to all. Support the platform by tapping the $ symbol, hit the like, subscribe, share, and come fellowship with the fam. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, Tiffany. I appreciate you. Thank y'all for being here. And we're going to jump right into it. We're going to start because we're going to go to the start of the whole conversation. We're not going to go to any clips yet. We're not going to go to what people have chopped up to react to yet. We're going to get there. But we're going to go to the original conversation. And let's just see if we all just got it wrong. If we all just misunderstood the actual words that were coming out of these men's mouths, right? And unfortunately, y'all know 2K, me and him, we go back and forth. That's my dog and all. But he was a little off, not a little, a lot off during this conversation as well. But this is the first time we've heard him say something crazy like this. It's the double down for me, right? So let's get right on into it. Without further ado, make sure y'all hitting the like button. We're going to talk about it real quick.
Was why?
Hold on. Shout out to the DPMO morning show.
On the DPO.
You know what I'm saying? I'm still cool with them. Hopefully it ain't no beef over here, but baby, nah. We gotta talk about it. And because I done got looped into this, so after this discussion, after the discussion that was originally had, Illasophical had to go on his page and try to explain himself, right? And during that live stream, because I was originally following Illasophical, thought he was cool, thought he, you know what I'm saying, a pro-black person, and you know, somebody that I can rock with, definitely somebody that I initially supported. But when I saw these comments and then I saw him trying to explain it on his live, I was in his comments like, nah, bro, a lot of that shit you said wasn't right. It was off. It didn't make sense. So he's like, hit the link. So we have that exchange. So now I'm involved in his, or what was like his campaign going against people that was talking about him. But let's get back to the original conversation. And I want y'all to tell me, let me know. Men, women in the chat, let me know if what the hell this man was saying made any kind of sense to you. Because in my mind, if you're a normal guy, these thought processes don't even compute to you. If you're normal, there's nothing about these conversations that you would try to be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Oh yeah. But y'all let me know. So let's go ahead and get into it real quick. And y'all let me know if Auntie tripping. Let's go.
Most show.
See something walking down the street, you don't know it's a man. But once you find out it's a man, it doesn't change what's attractive, but you change your desire because you're not attracted to men. So it should.
That's
wow.
That's wild. That's wild.
And shout out to Lucky because she came on here, gave the pushback, and made them so much uncomfortable that she had to get up off screen. And I know we all know Lucky can be very balanced in these conversations, but even she felt that shit was off. Okay, but let's go.
Wow.
That's a huge difference.
That's a huge difference. Nah.
If I see a man and I'm like, dang, he's fine, and he's like, oh, I'm 19. Oh, no.
Like when I finally got my hands on a goof ass woman at 22, think about it. I 22. I thought there would never be another not goofy ass woman in my life. Let me go ahead and cuff this one. That's how.
I mean, did you found one? Obviously.
Yes, nigga, that's a unicorn. I'm not.
But you found it though.
Yes. How many didn't?
How did you find? So
I had to go. My nigga, I had.
Ask you a question.
Okay.
Hold on.
Now they were talking about a conversation. Hold on, let me do the thing. They were talking about a conversation involving some old ass rapper from back in the day or something that was dating an underage girl. And once that underage girl became an adult and they broke up, she spoke about her story. Right? Right. So let's continue just so y'all have an idea. Just so you have an idea on the original context of the conversation.
Hold up. Let me ask you a question because you're talking on the show.
Okay.
So let's talk about what you got.
Okay.
So let me ask you, how did you find out she was a unicorn? What did you do to find out?
First of all, I had to travel across the fucking globe.
Okay, next.
We can stop it right there. Most niggas can't leave their fucking city.
But again, like on the way Shay said, you picked a 17-year-old and expected the secret like that to be kept. That's stupid. You were dumb on your fault. You didn't allow your discernment to lead you in the right way. And I get what you're saying, 2K. We be dumb and in love and be looking over the red flags and we'll just accept it and keep moving on. But you got to come to a point too and think like, hey, Shawty might, hey, if this get out or Shawty be looking for something else, she might expose me. So you got to just think there might be a bad case scenario.
Okay, hold on, wait. So hold on, okay.
But I get what you're saying, though. I get what you're saying. I tell dudes, I think it's bleak here. But what I'm saying is this, 2K. Because what you're telling me, it's like what you're saying is, yo, this is what the fuck they got. This is what they got to choose from. You right, bruh. So I'm trying to give them the best perspective in the worst possible scenario. If you know that, if you ain't willing to go overseas like 2K did, you ain't willing to get your passport and really expand yourself, you're going to be picking from this goofy ass pal, right, 2K?
Yes.
So all I'm saying is to brothers who want to keep dealing with these goofy ass bras out here, if this is the pool you picking from, my nigga, the best you could do, it's not foolproof. But you need to at least be paying attention to subtle shit if you're going to be picking from the goofiest motherfuckers on the planet. Just to give yourself a fighting fucking chance. That's all I'm saying. Because obviously they're not listening to me and you. They're going to keep dealing with these goofy ass people. So I'm going to tell them the best little inch of advice I can give them to deal with them.
I keep telling you don't have no choice because listen, even when I got to Hawaii, there was a group of goofy females there. Right? So it was just literally, bro. It's like, it's just the.
You ask some questions. It sounds like you asked some questions, or you made some adjustments to. It's something happened to get her from point A to point B with you. Is what I'm saying.
All right. So let's break down the other part of this, right? Let's get into the age aspect because
here we go.
What I'm starting to figure out that illegal and wrong are two different things. Right? Example, jaywalking. Jaywalking not wrong. Nobody got hurt. It was cool.
And I want y'all to really listen to these comparisons. The first comparison is comparing these things to jaywalking. And then the next one is going to be comparing it to a young boy committing a crime such as murdering someone. Okay? these are the men with all the smarts, with all the logic. But let's continue.
But it's illegal. You shouldn't do it. You get a ticket for it. You go to jail. Now, Boston Richard met Tati at 16. I think he was 24 at the time.
Okay.
And that's illegal. Yes, that's illegal, right? But her parents was with it. She was with it. And they never said shit about it, bro. But now that they break up,
and let's be very fucking clear. Just because a parent approves predatory shit on their own children doesn't make it right. And that's another thing they kept trying to drive. Well, if the parents say it's okay, parents sex traffic their kids all the time. When they were giving up their daughters, their 13, 14-year-old daughters to grown-ass men, that was still wrong. And there was also a benefit on that parent's behalf. They were getting paid for it. They got dowries in some form of dowry, et cetera, et cetera. It still wasn't right. The fact that y'all can sit here and say, well, I mean, so what do we tell when y'all say these things? What are you ultimately telling other men? Well, if I find an underage girl and their parents is cool with it, then it should be okay. No, those parents are fucked up too, and you're fucked up for even considering the idea just because other people have gotten away with it. But let's go.
Accusing him of being a predator. She's accusing him of being all of the above, like she didn't benefit from this. Now, if you had the knowledge to keep this shit a secret this whole time, that lets me know that you was in cahoots with this, whether you could consent or not. We need to have this deeper conversation, and a lot of dudes are scared to have this conversation because it leave us looking weird at the end of it, right?
Because it is weird, 2K. It is weird. I'm going to run that back one more time. Listen to what he just said. My bad, y'all.
And a lot of dudes are scared to have this conversation because that lets me know that you was in. She's accusing him of being a predator. She's accusing him of being all of the above, like she didn't benefit from this. Now, if you had so
he thinks that just because this young woman had an older boyfriend, that she was getting all these benefits from him. So how dare she speak about her experience as an underage girl dealing with a grown-ass man, 16, 17, and a 24-year-old. No. If there's teen in the age, she's underage, nigga. Okay? Let's stop.
The knowledge to keep this shit a secret this whole time.
Thank you.
Lets me know that you was in cahoots with this, whether you could consent or not. We need to have this deeper conversation, and a lot of dudes are scared.
That lets me know that you were in cahoots with this, whether you can consent or not. So whether she can consent or not, just because she went along with it, not knowing that what she's doing is wrong. Obviously, no one around her is doing it. Because she went along with it, she played a part into it, whether she was consensual with it or not. Okay. That's not weird at all.
I had this conversation because it leave us looking weird at the end of it, right? But at some point, we have to talk about this bullshit because we don't know nobody. I ain't gonna say nobody, but we don't know nowhere where this don't happen and this isn't norm. When I was 16,
you mean like older men and younger women?
Yes. When I
I agree with
Oh, what you say, Illasophical? What did 2K just say? What did 2K just say? We got to talk about this because a lot of us know people who have normalized this and have seen this. And then what does Illasophical say? Oh, you mean older men and younger girls? Yeah, I agree. So you agree that underage girls dealing with older men is normal, right? Mister, I'm not saying that, but you just did it here. That's the first clock, but let's keep going.
I agree with you, but this the problem with that. I agree. The problem is the society doesn't keep up with the pace of nature. What am I saying? Once upon a time,
we're breaking this shit all the way down. Okay? That was what he just said, right? The problem is we live in a society today that doesn't keep up with the pace of nature. So what does that imply? Y'all tell me in the chat what you think he meant by that. But I'm going to tell you what I heard, because I can hear what you're saying, but what does it imply? What you're saying is we were a better society when we were allowing grown men to marry and engage in sexual acts with underage girls because nature, right? Because nature, right? What he is implying is that we kept up with nature back then, because as soon as a woman became of a certain age or developed a certain way, she was able to deal with grown men. And see, I agree with that. And as a society, we're not keeping up with that anymore. So you always thought this was okay, is what you're saying. Because why the fuck would you even say some shit like that? We live in a society that doesn't keep up with the pace of nature. And in your mind, keeping up with the pace of nature is old ass men dealing with underage girls. Got it. Ain't nobody putting words in your mouth, gang. Ain't nobody putting words in your mouth. Ain't nobody lying on you. You said what you said. Loud and clear.
We had a society that moved at the speed of nature. So in other words, when young women were able to have children, we had a structure where they was able to be wedded off. And when young men got older, there was a structure where they was already in parts of leadership. We don't have a society that's that mature. So even though...
So we don't have a society. Listen to what this nigga is saying. He's saying we're not mature enough as a society to go back to those times where 13 and 14-year-olds was getting married off to old ass men. No, we're not mature enough for that. Are you implying that we should be? What are you saying, sir? The more you keep talking, you thinking that you're being so illasophical, whatever the fuck that means. All you're doing is digging your own grave, my nigga. You're comparing the barbaric ways that men were dealing with young girls. That was the norm. That was nature keeping up with society. Yeah, you fuck with that. Don't try to walk it back now, but let's continue.
They may be physically ready. They're not mentally ready, male or female, to late in the game, because society isn't moving at the speed of their natural.
Absolutely.
So I agree with you, but we're not there yet.
You agree. Who's lying on you, Illa? Who's lying on you? I agree. It should have been like that. It should have stayed like that, but we're not mature as a society anymore to deal with that. And you agree. You're not saying, man, that shit that they was doing back in the day, that shit shouldn't have been normalized, and we should not be normalizing that shit now. You should have been knocking all that down, but no, you double down on how you agree with how it used to be in the past, right? You agree with how it used to go down in the past, and we're just so immature as a society now that we can never do it. But we lying on you. Okay.
Absolutely, right. And this what it breaks down.
Hey, Candy girl.
Because we need to change these laws. If a 16, 15-year-old boy were to go shoot somebody else, they'll take his ass to prison and charge him as an adult. Correct? Is he mentally ready? No.
Absolutely not.
So when these young girls be in these environments where there's nothing but grown men,
listen,
I think that blaming men for that is a problem in itself.
So what 2K is now saying, we should be pressing charges against minors that be around grown ass men. And my thing is, what environments are all these minors around grown ass men all the time? What are they doing that? The question should be, why are all these grown ass men around minors? Because we'll get into his one example that he tried to prove. See, it happens because sometimes underage girls sneak into clubs and men can't tell that they're underage. But what environments are all these so-called teenagers around grown-ass men? And now we should be putting the blame on these minors because these grown-ass men are literally pursuing these young-ass girls. But because these young-ass girls are what? Allowing it or going with it? That, well, what about them? Hey, you dimwit. As the adult, all the responsibility bears on you. It falls on you. I don't give a goddamn where them kids were. Why are you there? Why are you there? Now you want to try to shift the blame off of the mature adult that's involved in the situation and put it on the girls that are just around all these grown-ass men. Where are they doing that at? And why do you know where it be a bunch of little-ass girls around grown-ass men? Where do you and your friends be hanging out?
Now, he should take some of the blame. The parents should take some of the blame.
Some of the blame. Okay.
But this person is making a conscious decision at this time in their life, whether they know what they are doing or not, to put themselves in this environment. That's fucked up.
What?
I want to go to the girl themselves in this environment.
Hold on.
I think that blaming men for that is a problem in itself. Now, he should take some of the blame. The parents should take some of the blame. But this person is making a conscious decision at this time in their life, whether they know what they are doing or not, to put themselves in this environment.
What sense does that make? What sense does that make? Whether they know what they're doing or not, they put themselves in an environment to be pursued by grown-ass men, and somehow that's their fault. If they don't know what they're doing or not, how can you say that they knew that they were putting themselves in an environment around men who were potentially going to sexually pursue her or find her attractive or try to deal with her in an inappropriate way? You just said whether you know, they don't know what they're doing. If a 15, 14, 16-year-old girl is trying to be up under a grown-ass man in that way, she don't know what the fuck she's doing. She clearly is not making good decisions. That is why it's up to the adult to make the decision. What are we talking about? Ain't nobody putting jackets on y'all.
That's fucked up. I want to go to the girls and hear what y'all got to say, because she was exposing how old she was in these videos. Like, to me, like she wasn't complicit the entire time until she wasn't. When it didn't fit her no more, she was willing to tell the world, hey, he was taking advantage of me, but you knew you was talking to an older man. So I suppose to act like you half dumb, half for the time, and the other time you smart. You knew to extort the nigga for the money.
Oh my God. So now we're talking about a minor that dealt with a man and got up out of there and probably realized, yo, that was basically statutory rape. That wasn't okay. But what 2K is saying is that you need to be held accountable because you knew what you was doing. You knew you was dealing with that old man. And the only reason why you mad is because you ain't benefited no more. So now you want to paint the picture on him. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It was a minor. Why is that grown-ass man? He knows more than her. No? Y'all the great leaders. Y'all the great leaders of society, I thought. Y'all know everything. Y'all so much smarter than women. Y'all so much smarter than everything. But when it comes down to this shit, oh, he did it because she let him do it. Y'all so smart and got all the answers for everything else. But when it comes to shit like this is what you have to say? Well, she was there with me, so please. Enough is enough.
You want that done? So how do we keep on moving forward with this shit, knowing that these people know it's wrong, just like a 14-year-old boy know that killing a person is wrong? She know that having sex with an adult is wrong. So how do we move forward in reality? I'm gonna go to you first, Lucky.
How do we move forward? How do we move forward is if a young ass minor is approaching you, regardless if she knows it's wrong or not, it's up to you as the adult to say, "Ew, little girl. Ill, little girl, ill. Going on with your little ass, going on. You don't lean into it. You don't consider it. You don't entertain it. That's how we move on. You call that girl's parents. Hey, your little girl out here doing the most. I feel unsafe. But y'all let shit slide. It's up to you as the adult. I don't care what this minor is doing. She's a minor. It's a child. You are the adult in the situation. When are you going to start acting like it?
Well, good morning.
Welcome to the shit.
Good morning.
Quite a question.
Welcome to the shit.
So I'm sorry I came in. So are we saying that the question is why
Exactly.
isn't a child held accountable for having sex with an adult?
Well, I'm saying if they put, I'm not talking about the adult predator that's getting after them. Like they are literally putting themselves in the harm way. Like they are in the clubs at a young age.
What's the age?
In the clubs. This is their safe. Mentioning underage girls sneaking in the clubs. This is their safe space to make excuses for older men dealing with young girls, as if every 16, 17-year-old underage girl has the experience of entering clubs and doing that. They make it seem as though this is what everybody was doing. I didn't sneak into a 21 and up club until I was out of high school at 19 years old on a college campus. Okay? That's not every girl's experience. That's not even the majority of young women's experiences. So to try to make it seem like, well, we was in there and we saw them in there and I don't know, and I'm sorry, y'all still knew them girls was young. Stop fucking playing with me. You knew them girls was young, but it didn't stop you. So you want to use the space. Well, I was at the club. She was at the club. That makes no sense to me. But let me address some comments real quick. What's going on, Rogue? Thank you so much, Miss Rogue, for the $19.99 $20 super chat. She says, keep setting the record straight, gorgeous. These are the voices that make change. Thank you so much. Because I wasn't going to speak on it. I was going to move on, but I'm like, no, fuck that. Fuck that. Because we're going to really break down what was said and the shit that y'all rationalizing, which is why you getting all this backlash. But let's talk about these men that are in my chat right now, trying to make it seem like something that it's not. So Mr. Brave says, women be the biggest predators in schools, but women like Jazz will put all the blame on men. No, you fucking idiot. What I put the blame on is the adult dealing with a minor. Them weird ass bitches that be in the school, that be dealing with these underage boys, they need to be under the jail as well. I don't blame the young minor. Are y'all dumb? This isn't about gender. It's about an adult and a minor. I don't care what the sex of the adult is that's dealing with the minor. If you are dealing with that minor, you need to go to jail. And then after that, you need to go to hell and stay there. So don't come in here with this shit like I'm just over here blaming men. No, in this situation, we got two men right now trying to rationalize and normalize older men dating young girls. And you can't say that you're not when you say that we're not mature enough as a society anymore for young girls to be married off to old ass men. You're normalizing it. And you thought that was the structure we all should live up under. These are men saying this right now. So I'm going to need you, if you're going to be in here right now, to stay on topic. Stay focused, my nigga, because the women weren't up here advocating for this. Don't come in here trying to throw shit off. Nothing you should be in the chat saying right now should be trying to change and flip the script and change the narrative. It's men up here making excuses for this shit. I don't make excuses for predators, period. Man, woman, I don't give a fuck. Trans, if you fucking with the kids, I'm on your ass. And I'm going to tell you what else. A 16-year-old, that's a child. A 17-year-old, that's a child. In my opinion, an 18-year-old is just a child. Just because it legally says that an adult is at 18, that don't make it so. That's still a teenager. Remember? If it's teen in their age, that means they're underage. Period. I don't give a fuck what the law says. Because why does the law over like trump your morality? Why do you need a law to tell you not to have sex with a kid? The leaders of society, the ones that we should all trust and believe in and follow, need laws to keep them away from kids? Yeah, shut the fuck up. I'm not playing with y'all today. I'm not playing. I'm not playing with y'all today. It was another comment too, talking about Drea Michelle. That's also a predator. Yeah. Ben said that. But let's continue. Y'all not gonna throw me off. At the end of the fucking day, if you are coming in here trying to say anything other than condemning the shit that's coming out these people's mouths right now, you might be part of the motherfucking problem.
Range you're saying they.
Let's say 16, 17 in a club in a 21 plus club.
So 16 age is age of consent in 33 states, I believe.
Okay.
So it's not illegal in 33 states to have for a 16-year-old and up to have sex with an adult.
Okay, but it's still very, very, very frowned upon. Like Boston Richard, he met her when she was 16, 17, one of the two, and he was 24. He's being rebranded as a pedo.
What's going on, Black? I see you in the building. Thank you so much for being here, y'all. Make sure y'all hitting the like button, please. Call the cousins, call the friends, tell them to pull up real quick. We got some time. Let's keep going.
We speak. Once again, reputational damage.
And you know what else?
Well,
let me go back.
The question was her being held
as we speak.
So it's not illegal in 33 states to have for a 16-year-old and up to have sex with an adult.
Okay, but
which for me, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what that law says. I don't give a fuck. It's still wrong. And the fact that that is a law says a lot about who's creating these laws. Men. Oh, okay.
It's still very, very, very frowned upon. Like Boston Richard, he met her when she was 16, 17, one of the two, and he was 24. He's being rebranded as a pedo as we speak. Once again, reputational damage.
So forget the fact. So forget the fact that this man was dealing with a minor or underage girl. What these men are mostly concerned about is their reputation after being found out, after being called out. Fuck what the predator actually did. You're more so concerned. Why are you telling? Why are you telling? Why are you trying to tell them? Why are you trying to tell on us? You didn't like you weren't telling when we was doing it. This is the mindset. Fuck what they doing. It's when somebody knows about it, and then once you're exposed, now it's, but what about my reputation? Where were you thinking about your reputation when you were dealing with a minor? Shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. Shut the fuck up.
Well, the question was her being held accountable. I don't think you can hold her accountable as she was 6. If it were in a state where they had sex and it was age of consent, nothing wrong with it.
Fuck the age of consent, right?
Whether we agree or not.
Fuck the age of consent. Oh yeah? Fuck the age of consent? Okay. Got you. But we putting words in people's mouths, okay. And you know what's so funny about this stream though? What's so funny about this stream is that 2K was saying a lot more wild shit. A lot more, but it's like we're almost desensitized to 2K at this point because we've always heard him say things that are so crazy, so off, just so wrong most of the time. But it's only Illasophical that's going viral right now. And we'll get to the reason why though. We'll get to the reason. Thank you so much, Eugene, for the $2 super chat. The lack of discipline, the lack of discipline can blind men. Exactly. And they use that as an excuse. What you say? So, Jazz, should laws be made to make females wait until 18 to be models? What? 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 What does that even have to do with any? Why would you need to wait until 18 to become a model? That's a profession. Y'all let me know in the chat if that made any looking sense to y'all. What the fuck does that even mean? Is it because that when underage girls or minors that are models, children that are models, y'all sexualizing them? Is that why? You feel like when a teenager becomes a model and she's looking like a model, you become what, attracted to them, and you feel like, well, because we're going to just sexualize them anyway, they need to just wait till they're 18. What are you saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, what's going on? What are y'all trying to make sense of this? Like, what? I don't get it, but let's keep going.
So that's what I'm saying. So we talking about social media backlash. You can't stop people from having an opinion about why a grown man finds a teenager attractive. I think that's more of the question, because typically when you think about compatibility, you're talking about like-minded. I don't really know grown men that got shit to do that really are attracted to young-minded women in general.
Okay, I agree with that, Tiffany. It can be dangerous if you don't have the right people, if you're not grounded and you don't have the right parents around you, you don't have the right people advocating for you. You know what I'm saying? It can be dangerous if you're thrown to the woods. I do agree, but I don't think that's what he was meaning, Tiff. I don't know what the hell that boy was saying, but let's keep going.
Even women who are up in age, they call them childish. So I think it's more of a mindset about a man to be attracted to a teenager, just like a woman to be attracted to a teenager.
Okay, so this is why
your girlfriend has a backpack.
Now look, now look at Illasopical's face. He's smiling. He wants to interject because Lucky is clocking it. Like, we need to be talking about why you're even attracted in the first place. She's 16, she's 17. What's going on about that? What's going on about that? He wants to interject so bad and say, but, just watch. Look at his face.
Okay, so
she's trying to get her diploma. That's your woman. And you gotta wait till she can get liquor. So it's kind of like a mindset. What are you trying to groom her as that you couldn't do for a 21-year-old?
Okay, so hold on. You kind of
Oh, sorry. Can't let this one slide. He says, correct, Jazz. Men start sexualizing women from 16. Oh my freaking Lord Jesus. Ding, 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 weirdo. That's the problem. That's the issue. What's wrong with men? That they are sexualizing minors. That's the whole problem. That's why it's dangerous for women in industries, because men don't know how to restrain or maintain their lust. And because they have been socialized and engineered to believe that being super lustful and desiring women, that's just the nature of men. Y'all were never taught fucking boundaries. Y'all were never taught respect of women's bodies. You were only taught to sexualize us. That's the problem. Goofball Jamal. Okay? So this guy says women from 16 based on societal standards of allowing them to model. So you're telling me because there's a lane in the modeling industry for teenagers and young girls to model, that somehow socialize men to sexualize them? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. So if we consider them kids, then we should not allow them to model. No, get control of your lust, nigga. What are we saying? Oh my God. Look at and what else? And another thing that pisses me off. Another thing that pisses me off, bro, is that y'all put all the responsibility on the child, on the minor, on the victim to do all of these things. We got to do all this shit to prevent being taken advantage of. When are y'all going to start doing better? There should be no way a grown-ass man just got up here and typed in my chat, we sexualize y'all at 16. That's the fucking issue. And the fact that it's not enough men that see issue and take issue with that, that's why we are always victimized. That's why sex trafficking of young minors and children is a $1 billion business ran by men in our society today. The more y'all fucking talk, the more you reveal about your intentions, about your barbaric ways when it comes to sex and women. You don't look at women as human beings. That's why you sexualize children, because once she start growing ass and titties, well, shit. Let me calm down. Let's continue. Because like I said, I don't have time for this shit today. That just blew me, y'all.
Blurring the lines a little bit, right? Because If it was that,
you want to say the conversation. That's a conversation.
Yeah, that is a conversation. But they not actually walking around with a backpack on and books in their hand. All right, trust me.
But you understand the way it's looked at.
Still
going to school.
They're
high school.
Okay, I don't know the situation with them. I can't speak it all the way into it, right? But what I was saying, that this is why I led the conversation where something can be illegal and right or wrong, right? Just because it's illegal don't mean that it's wrong, right? Like a couple months ago, like I got into an altercation. I was right for protecting my family, but that was illegal, and I'm being prosecuted as such. Mm-hmm. So I don't think that the laws always align up with what the fuck is going on morally out here.
Mm-hmm. You don't say. You be so fucking close to the point, and then you just fall off the fucking cliff. Yeah, because the people that are creating laws, they don't have morality. When you are sitting here discussing dropping the age of consent to 14 years old, where's the morality in that? Where's the morality in that? These men who are creating these laws, they're not thinking about what's morally correct. They're thinking about how can we benefit? Shut the fuck up, G. We got to have a talk.
Because we know, all of us know the high school girl that was talking to the grown men.
Correct.
All of us. Matter of fact, I think.
Well, that's why I changed the scenario for you, and I said 16 is age of consent in most states, so it's legal. So we can make it correct all the way around. I'm just saying that you wanted to address people's mindset, and so I'm addressing why we're looking at it that way. Because if you look at a 16-year-old, she's still going to school, even though it's legal. She's still going to school. So you have to, if you want to pick her up, you have to drop her off in the morning. She still has to get a diploma, unless you saying your girlfriend dropped out of high school, but she's still 16. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like the question is, why do grown men of a certain age find 16-year-olds attractive?
Let's pause it real quick. Thank you so much for Mr. DJ Music for the $2 super chat. Exactly. They tell on themselves. This is what I'm saying. Nobody got to put a jacket on you. Nobody got to lie on you. You ain't got to try to make it seem like y'all just trying to twist my words because you hate a black man. No, nigga, you're a black man saying all the wrong shit about the wrong subject. Trying to sit here and make it seem like a minor is at fault for dealing with a grown-ass man. Fuck out of here. Y'all telling on yourselves. Y'all should stop talking about this. And that's the thing. None of this should even be a conversation. Why are we even saying this shit out loud? And to speak about the girls that was dating grown men in high school, that still wasn't okay. I know several as well. I was just talking to my best friend about it. She knows several. She was around it, and she was like, girl, when I think back, everybody just thought that shit was normal. That shit was not normal. That shit was not okay. Now that we know better, we do better. But you got motherfuckers like this, Illasophical and 2K, who think, no, we need to go back to that. We need to go back to that. We need to go back to a time where we was keeping up with nature, and it was okay for these grown-ass men to be picking up teenagers from school. What the fuck are we saying? Hide your kids, hide your wife.
That's the question. You said I'm making it seem like something. That's the question.
Okay, you got it, ear.
Look at him. Ready. Like, I got to interject. Look at him. While she's talking like, yeah, she's at school. She got a backpack on. She still got to graduate. Why the fuck are you even considering why are you trying to give us nuance in this creepy ass shit, Illasophical? But wait, everybody should have been agreeing with Lucky on that point. Everybody should have been, yeah, you're right. That don't make sense. That's creepy. Why would I, a 25, 30-something-year-old man, be picking up my 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade ass girlfriend? But he want to give us nuance. Now let's listen to it. This is when it gets to where it gets to. This is why you've been going viral, gang. This is why.
That's fair, but I think you word it that way, it takes away from the historical, obvious relationship that we've seen since we were children. That was younger women with older men.
What'd he say? Who putting a jacket on you? What'd he say? Hold on. Let's go back.
you have to drop her off in the morning. She still has to get a diploma unless you saying your girlfriend dropped out of high school, but she's still 16. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like the question is, why do grown men of a certain age find 16-year-olds attractive? That's the question. You said I'm making it seem like something. That's the question.
Okay, you got it.
That's fair, but I think you word it that way, it takes away from the historical, obvious relationship that we've seen since we were children. That was younger women.
Oh, wait, what?
Older men.
Okay. When you word it that way, it takes away. This nigga here. When you word it, he's like, when you word, what he's saying is you're making it sound weird, but don't make it sound that weird because you're taking away from the historical context of what we've all seen since we were children. Older men with young girls. Baby, ain't nobody got to put a jacket on you. You saw it since you were a kid. So what do you think? It's normal. Huh? Take away? We should not be giving anything to that era of our lives where we saw grown-ass men picking up and dropping off and dealing with minors. He's upset. We're taking away from the history. Okay. But I'm the liar. But I'm the goofy. I'm the one that's unintelligent, right? Man, get the fuck out of here. You said what you said because you are of that era where that shit was normalized around you. You didn't have shit negative to say about it then, and you ain't got nothing to say about it now. Mr. We ain't keeping up with society. I'm sorry. Mr. Society ain't keeping up enough with nature because we're not mature enough. Oh, okay. I don't know how normalized that sentence, or I don't know how you not normalizing it can it be after saying that. You called our society today immature because we don't do the shit that we did before. Let's keep going.
How does it take it away? Even if you ask what makes them attractive to a 14-year-old?
Because the way 14, it just 16 is, it sounds bad, but the thing is this, right? I don't deal with younger chicks, but all my life I seen teenage girls in high school deal with older men.
Hey.
Like no one made them do it. They did it all the time. You know
They're only
a lot of our grandfathers, they 10 years older than grandma. So at 16 and 26 is crazy. At 26 and 36 is okay. So it's the same age gap. It's the same mental gap. It's just later. So what I'm saying is, what women don't realize is, with men seeing women, it's not her maturity. A woman is ready for a man when she's physically able to sexually.
Hold on, because this is where I got a little disturbed, okay? And I'm just trying to figure out, any men in the chat, let me know right now, if you heard one of your grown friends speaking like this, let's say you have daughters, and if you heard your grown-ass friend speaking like this about little girls, you let me know if you be like, yeah, that's true, bro. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Hell yeah. Okay. And 2K, I see your ass in the chat still not making no sense, but it's all right.
Take him on.
Yeah.
That's the
hold on. Let's go back.
The same mental gap with younger chicks.
You got it.
That's fair, but I think you word it that way, it takes away from the historical, obvious relationship that we've seen since we were children. That was younger women with older men.
How does it take it away? Even if you ask what makes them attractive to a 14-year-old?
Because the way 14, it just 16 is, it sounds bad, but the thing is this, right?
Oh, it sounds bad. So it sounds bad because it is bad. The fact that this is even a conversation. If it sounds bad, that's because it is bad. Honey boo boo. It was so bizarre watching this because it's like, what you're saying is off. That's why you have to keep saying this is weird. It sounds bad. Cause it is. I don't give a fuck what you and your homies was doing when y'all was coming up, or what you condoned your homies doing with underage girls when you was coming up. Cause like you said, Illasophical, like you just said, we've been seeing this since we were children. It takes away from the historical context of what we've always seen. Don't make it weird now. It was weird then, and it's weird now. And I don't see you condemning it at all. I see you making excuses. I hear you rationalizing. I hear you trying to want it, like almost advocating for this shit to be coming back at large, like how it used to be.
I don't deal with younger chicks, but all my life I've seen teenage girls in high school deal with older men.
Thanks.
Like no one made them do it. They did it all the time. You know
They're
what I'm
only
saying? A lot of our grandfathers.
No one made them do it. They did it all the time. No one made them do it. Oh, so because they were willing to go with a grown ass man, that made it okay for the grown ass man to accept the offer? We didn't make them do it. We didn't make them. They wanted it too. And he's actually going to say that. That's the gag. Nobody caught what we about to catch at Auntie House tonight.
They 10 years older than grandma. So at 16 and 26 is crazy. At 26 and 36 is okay. So it's the same.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah. 16 to 26 is crazy. 26 to 36 is not. Yeah. You want to know what the difference is? You want to know what the fucking difference is? 26 to 36 are both adults. Okay? They're both adults engaging in adult activity, both mature enough to make the sound decision to say, I want to deal with each other. A 16-year-old with a 26-year-old, of course there's a difference because that is a child. Lord, but this the smart guy of the internet, right? Okay.
Age gap is the same mental gap. It's just later. So what I'm saying is, well, women
it's not the same mental gap. When a woman becomes 26 years old, she's already past the time of that frontal that frontal lobe cortex being actualized. At 26, she has a bit more self-awareness. She knows what's going on. She's not at risk of being taken advantage of. She's dealing with somebody that's 10 years older than her. So what? She's an adult making an adult decision. A 16-year-old cannot contextualize why she is laying under a 26, a 27-year-old grown-ass man. But here we are trying to make sense of it. Let us know, Illa. Let us know.
Realize is what men see in women is not her maturity. A woman is ready for a man when she's physically able to sexually take him on.
Yeah.
That's the litmus for a woman. What she becomes, he has to build. A woman.
I need y'all to write in the chat. What do y'all think that meant? Now, what now, I'll give him this. He was very smart because he never used the word teenager and he never used the word girl. And he did that intentionally. Because he know if he say a man, a teenager is ready. What do you say? A teenager is ready to take on a man sexually once a man views her that way. That's the litness of it. Let's listen to it again. Because if he would have said it that way, he knows that shit would have been all the way wrong. But he's trying to call women, he's trying to refer to younger girls, teenagers, as to women to try to make sure he don't get caught up in some bullshit. Let's go back.
Did it all the time. You know
They're only
a lot of our grandfathers, they 10 years older than grandma. So at 16 and 26 is crazy. At 26 and 36 is okay. So it's the same age gap. It's the same mental gap. It's just later. So what I'm saying is, what women don't realize is what men see in women is not her maturity. A woman is ready.
What men see in women is not her maturity. I'm sorry, Nature Boy, is that you? Because think about it. Why wouldn't a man be concerned about a woman's maturity before he has sex with her? Just keep fucking talking. Just keep talking. What are you saying when you say that? We don't look for a woman's maturity. Why not? What the fuck? Why not? Why wouldn't you want a woman mature enough to handle sex with you? What does that sound like, chat? Men don't look for a woman's maturity. That's weird. It is.
For a man when she's physically able to sexually take him on.
Yeah.
That's the.
A woman is ready for a man when she's physically ready to take a man on sexually. What exactly does that mean? Because a woman, if we're talking about a woman, which is an adult female, she's already ready. She's a woman. But what you're really saying is, once a man sees that a body type of a teenager or a girl is developed enough, that's when she's ready. She ain't got to be mature. Because you know what? If you weren't talking about that, a woman is already mature enough. A woman is mature. So you're saying you're not looking for women. You're looking for immaturity on an underage person with the body type of a woman. You don't realize you just said that? Okay. But I'm the problem. Okay.
It's for a woman. What she becomes, he has to build. A woman is going to be built by something, whether it be her job, whether it be her career, whether it be her fraternity, sorority, whether it be her friend. She's adding. She had to download something somewhere. So the problem is, a lot of men may not be able to mentally mold her into what they need her to be, or to be.
Oh, mentally mold. Mentally mold. Mentally mold. Listen to the words. What is up with men having this obsession with molding a woman, as if a woman cannot self-actualize and become anything on her own without the molding of a woman? And this is why y'all like them very young and inexperienced. This is exactly why. Because you want to infiltrate their mindset and have them thinking along the lines of whatever you want them to think. And you feel like if they got too much experience, sorry, my brother just walked in, gone. You act like if they have too much experience, if they have too much experience, then you can't infiltrate them, right? You can't like slide into their mindset and try to brainwash them ultimately. Why do so many men need to brainwash women in order to be with them? What's up with that? I don't want a woman that's too experienced. I don't want a woman that got too much, we got to get them before they go to college. We got to get them before they get in the world, because once they get in the world and start thinking for themselves is what you're ultimately saying. Maybe we use context clues around here. What you're ultimately saying, we want to get them young and ripe enough, but look old enough so we don't look weird dealing with them, but we need them inexperienced enough so we can impress upon them and they can do whatever we want them to do. That is predatory behavior. That is predatory language. I don't give a fuck what you're saying. I don't care how you try to spin it. Fuck is you talking about? Why do you need a woman that's so young and dumb, but she better be full of that cum though, right? Oh, okay.
A better woman, but that's not what they're looking for. It's when she's able to handle that man's sexuality. That's when she's ready. That's why I hate to sound weird. But I
hate to sound weird. Hey, newsflash, you're weird. Newsflash, nigga, you're weird. Fuck is you talking about? And then let's also discuss, when she's ready to take a man on sexually. What he's talking about is development. The body development. Once he can become attracted to her body parts, that's when she's ready. That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. How many 12-year-olds know that become developed very early? Is she ready? 13, 14. I don't give a damn what age. If it's a teenager, you shouldn't even be thinking about this in this way. But this is the man.
Saying that's from a man's perspective.
I'm not, because I'm trying to take it on the question, because we're saying, why isn't that girl held accountable? So I took it away. 16 is legal. Let's say we're in a state where it's legal. Let's just talk about it. Why it's frowned upon is the question is, regardless of the age, she could be 18. The question is, why does but we're not calling an 18-year-old a pedophile for talking to a 16-year-old. So he's like, there's a backlash. The question is, why is a man attracted to a 16-year-old? You said
that wasn't the question. That's the question you proposed.
Wait. But a 16-year-old can only have access to a grown man that already sees her attractive. So regardless of the fact, you have also had men that used to tell young girls, get your fast ass in the house. You have those men too. So the men that don't are the men that we see hang out. We know them all of that. I have female friends that dated older men in high school and they do not feel like they were in any type of mental whatever because they were having sex regardless. But I'm saying the reason why it's frowned upon is the question that men always get away from and they never can answer. Matter of fact, is why do they find teenagers attractive, even if it's 14, grandma, whatever?
Wait, here, before we get into this, he's going to say the quiet part out loud. Thank you so much for Presidential Mike with the with the $1.99 super chat. Protect the kids, not sexualize them. Exactly. Thank you. This is a real man right here. Thank you. I know my audience is full of real men that don't condone this, don't make excuses for it. No, we ain't doing that. But listen to what he's about to say.
I just told you that.
You just worded it. But it's just the way you're wording it. You keep saying,
so a 20-year-old is not attractive?
I'm an answer.
You know what I'm saying?
You keep saying the word teenager. So when people hear the word teenager, let me finish. Let me answer. You say the word teenager, an image comes up. But attraction is one thing. Acting on attraction is another. There you can see a girl that's 17 that looks 25 and be like.
And what makes a 17-year-old look 25? Is it her body parts? Because nobody asked that question. And I've asked that question, but he never could answer it. What makes a 17-year-old look like a 25-year-old? You could only be talking about her titties, her hips, and her ass, and how big or small they are or not. But you see how he's very deliberate. Don't say teenager. Don't say teenager, but that's what you're talking about. Because you're not talking about adults. You're not talking about older women. You're talking about minors, but you don't want to say teenager. But you just admitted that all you saw was your homeboys or older men dating young ass girls. Not young 20-year-olds. No. The only numbers that kept flying out, 15, 16, 17-year-olds. All children still. But okay. Everybody lying on you, Illa. Okay.
In your mind, like, yo, she look
right,
like
but once you know,
but once you act on it, it's another
it don't
thing.
change.
The question you asking is why they're attracted. They're attracted because they look like an attractive woman.
But once you realize it's just like you can be. But Illa, that's just like saying when you see something walking down the street, you don't know it's a man. But once you find out it's a man, it doesn't change what's attractive. But you change your desire because you're not attracted to men. It's the same.
That's wild. That's wild.
No, she made a good point. You are attracted. You don't even know it's a trans walking down. You don't know. Let's run it back.
Attractive, but you change your desire because you're not attracted to men. It's the same.
That's wild.
And the whole time, not these guys, but the whole time, a lot of these men are attracted to trans and don't even know it. Okay. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't even realize. Okay. That's the gag.
That's wild.
That's
a huge difference.
If I see a man, I'm like, dang, he's fine, and he like, oh, I'm 19. Oh no, that's the instant thing.
But we didn't ask you why are you attracted. You the question you're asking is why are they being with them? That's
because they know her age. So the question is about once you know her age, you are attracted to a teenager.
So look, hold on. So look, wait.
See, this is what the issue get because I'm wrong.
And it's so funny because what was just said, women don't understand men. Right. You was responding, Shantae. Thank you so much for being here. Women don't truly understand men. We are the ones that deal with you the most. Have been victims of men for centuries. The prey always knows the predator. Okay. I know what I'm saying. All men are predators or not. I'm not saying that. Full disclaimer. I'm not saying all men are predators. And if you're not a predator, you wouldn't be offended by what I'm talking about right now. But to say that we don't know y'all, when we had to be forced to deal with your archetype for centuries before we had the right to move on and live for ourselves, we know you very well. We know you very well because we experience you. We overly understand. What we don't understand is the rationalization of trying to do things with minors. Okay? That's what we don't get.
For asking.
I'm trying to answer. Let's really talk about it, because I'm gonna say the weird shit, right? Because see, you win it because
I'm gonna say the weird shit. Why is it even a defense? Why do we need to say something weird about something that already is weird? Okay,
nigga don't want to be weird. All right, just
why is it weird?
Hold on, wait. Because no, hold on, look it, because we in today's society. It's bro. Some of the shit that we do not weird, but you just can't say it out loud because they're going to deem you as weird.
If it wasn't weird, no one's going to deem you as weird. Weird is weird is weird is weird. This conversation is weird. This conversation y'all having about underage girls is weird. Period. Point blank.
Okay. Now, what you said, Lucky, was, hey, how can you say, oh, that 16-year-old cute, find out that she's 16 and still find her attractive? No, if she was
That's not what I said.
That's exactly what you said.
You said, how can I say that 16-year-old is cute?
You said teenage.
Understanding was you didn't know she was 16.
It don't matter. You learning her age. If you are attracted to her, you learning her age means nothing. That just means you don't pursue her.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I literally just said.
That just means you don't pursue her. But when you saw these older ass men that y'all all just admitted that y'all used to see when y'all was younger, dealing with young ass girls, did you say anything about it? Did you stop it? Did you check your homeboys? Did you check the girls that was trying to deal? Did you ever mentor these girls and say, hey, this is not what you're supposed to do? Y'all ain't never stopped nothing, though. Don't make it seem like you shouldn't pursue, but the problem is they do. And y'all are around it, not saying anything about it, allowing it, and allowing it so much that you now think that it's normal. What Illasophical said, we don't live in a mature society anymore. You know what I mean? We don't live in a mature society anymore. Y'all want this to be the society again. We're immature because we don't want little kids dating grown men. Oh, okay.
And you pursue her, the question still remains, because you know her age now. What are we missing?
So that's why you shouldn't be with them. But you said attraction.
Because once so now we want to be word playing.
No, that's what you said.
Attraction could be a mindset. Attraction could be a lot of things. I'm not just talking about physical. Because to even pursue beyond that, something else is attractive. Because that's like if a woman that's 20, she sees a 19-year-old 5-star All-American college player. Yeah, but he don't want the 19-year-old. He wants the 16.
He may not deal with. She's 38. He's 18. Say he's 17.
Hey, Will, and thank you for being here.
He was a freshman for the University of Alabama last year. He was 17. She could look at him and say, "Oh, he's in shape. He's attractive." In her mind, that don't mean she got to deal with him. So what I'm saying is, there's two different. You asked why are they attracted, and I told us that they're attracted to them because they look like grown women.
No, you're attracted because you're sexualizing their body parts. Call it what it is, because I don't care how tall a young man is and how broad his shoulders is. I can look at that boy and tell that is a little ass boy. It's all in their demeanor. It's all in their face. It's all in what they're wearing. All of that. All of that. You are sexualizing their body parts, and that is the issue. You can see a basketball player that's 6'5", look, just talking about all of the things that he may find attractive and shit. No, you know what a child looks like. I don't want to hear that shit. You are attracted to her body parts. And that's the problem. Y'all don't look at women as human beings. Y'all look at them as things to use. Which is why he said, we don't care about the maturity. We just care to see when you're ready, when you're developed to take me on sexually. You said this, Illasophical. You said this, 2K. Ain't nobody else weird about how we responded. Y'all weird for talking about this in the way that y'all did. I'm sorry.
But being with them is another question.
Yeah.
You said why they're attracted to them because they have breasts like a grown woman and they have bodies
That's
like
not
a
why
woman.
though, because
I'm
the
a man.
same
I'm
way
telling you,
once
that's
you
what they're attracted. They looking at their body. That's the only thing they looking at.
okay, so y'all gonna just hold on to the attractive word instead of just addressing the issue.
Well, like Lucky said, no, Lucky said, she said, okay, but once you find out their age and you still pursue them, why are you still pursuing them?
That's
and
different.
Sex
Yeah,
with them when you find this out.
That's different, right? That's a different question.
She said that.
No, that's
what she said. Why are you still dealing with a teenager when you find out she's 16?
That's a fair question. But the first question
is
how can you still be
it's an
attractive
unfair
to them?
question. Once you know she's a 16-year-old and you continue to be attracted to her.
Yeah.
So we have her, don't use that word because it makes it sound weird. Why when it's legal?
No,
we took it out already, so it shouldn't be weird to mess with a legal person.
Bro, so listen, okay.
Unless we're saying it's weird.
So
like I don't get it.
Okay, so let me paint you because obviously you don't know what society is and how they judge men.
Okay, well,
okay.
I guess I'm the
Well, now I mean how they judge men. You mean the men that are pursuing young women, young girls, teenagers, just because they're developed? It's weird. Y'all should be judged, stoned.
So let me address it. Okay, a woman. I said this yesterday. A woman can see a kid and be like, "Oh, look at him." Oh, a woman can see a little baby. Oh, what's your baby so cool? Oh, girl, my ovaries.
And she's a predator.
No, she's not. Y'all.
And that's what I disagree with on that part with Lucky. Because I've said that like, oh my God, my ovaries. And that doesn't mean that I want to pursue a child. That means that I may want a child of my own. That means the baby is so cute. I want my own baby. You know what I mean? Like I want to take care of my own child. That's not me saying that I'm attracted to a child. You know what I mean? But I think Lucky was just on the road, so she was just like, they all predators. They all predators. But that's a phrase I've heard, like, oh my God, the baby's so cute. It makes me want one. I never got, oh my God, my ovaries, like attaching it to something, sexualizing that baby. I never took that way.
Women get away with this shit all the time. Women say, "Oh, my ovaries. Oh, I'm getting baby fever. I'm getting baby fever."
And they're
at what point can a man see a baby and be like, "Oh, my nuts"?
You right, Lucky.
When can a man see a baby and be like, "Oh, my nuts"? Oh my God. When women say my ovaries, it's just like, oh my God, this baby makes me want to have a baby. And I need ovaries to have a baby. Oh my God, I got baby fever because I see a cute baby and it makes me want to have my own baby. You're talking about, that has nothing to do with sexualizing the child. You're talking about, well, when can a man ever say, when I look at a baby, oh, my nuts? Because that would be fucking weird, nigga. It's not the same thing. Because your sperm comes out of your sac, but the ovaries is what built the baby. Okay? That's what's needed to create it. So the correlation doesn't exist. But we're going to move on in a second. It's a little bit longer.
Is what I
okay, but that doesn't change the fact that it's a problem. You see
it
what I'm
is a
saying?
problem because it's not.
It's not societal. That's what I'm saying.
It's
but
not
the
equal.
question was, why is it backlash? So that's what I was addressing, and it still hasn't been addressed.
Let me stop it real quick. Magnetar with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. He says, please be respectful to the host and to each other. Respectful disagreements makes for healthy dialogue. With that said, feds, we up. Exactly, Magnetar. Exactly. Feds, we up. What we talking about? Eugene still with the $5 super chat says men get so hypnotized by women's bodies that they don't see the whole woman or girl. Exactly. And that means that there's an addiction to lust. Men being normalized or socially engineered to be led by their lust. Because it shouldn't be that easy for you to be like, well, I find it attractive because look at her body though.
We're arguing why words exist in the area of the house.
No, he said, why is it backlash when she exposes somebody for doing when she do something grimy? It ain't a backlash because she a child. That's what you heard. the backlash was why is she not getting backlash?
If she was of age, would he get backlash?
For calling him out. That's
for calling him out.
If she was of a certain age, would she get backlash?
Yes,
they wouldn't call him a
matter of fact, listen. So
is she 16 now? Is she 16
no, she's not 16 now. She older now.
She was 16 when they started dating.
So how old is she now? So how old is she now?
She probably like 22, 21, 22.
So a 22-year-old did this?
No, she was 16 when they started dating. He was 24.
No, I'm saying she was
2 now, like 22, 21.
So Lucky removed herself at this point. I'm gonna play this one last clip and then we're gonna go to the next one so we can get out of here.
Something like that.
So I feel like the question you was asking is why is she not getting backlash for exposing him, right?
Yeah, because listen.
Yeah, that's
so she knew about it. Yeah, she knew about it the whole time. She was a participant. Now that they broke up, and we kind of just seen Brandon do the same thing about the older nigga she was talking to when she was in the industry, right? She went this whole time. You fucked the shit out the nigga. You got all the benefits of his motherfucking money, and now that it's over, throw him to the wolves. Oh, I didn't know no better. I don't be believing it. I think you know exactly what you're doing. That's how I was able to be a secret.
It doesn't matter if the girl says, yeah, I knew what I was doing. She was still a fucking minor. That means she didn't know what she was doing, because an adult with understanding of what's right, a real understanding of what's right and wrong wouldn't have done that. Regardless if she said, I didn't know what I was doing, or if she did say she knew what she was doing, she still ain't know what the fuck she was doing. And again, it doesn't matter what the fuck she says. Where is the adult's maturity coming into place to say, ill little girl, back up? But y'all don't want to talk about that. That's why I'm saying it doesn't matter what the child is doing. What are you doing as the adult in the situation?
Yeah, I don't think it was
I can't shoot you with a gun and say, oh, I ain't know what I was doing. I'm going to jail.
Oh my God.
That's why I feel like every part of this conversation has different parts. I think when you conflate it all, it sounds like
20.
one big mess. That's why I deal with things separately. It's like being attracted to something is because something is attractive. That's just human. That don't mean you got little mama, you got a fat ass. It's like, no, you look at the corner of your eye, like, oh, I don't know how old she is.
And even with the
look out the corner of your eye. Look out the corner. Oh, I see that ass on that what looks to be a teenager, but you know. And you're wondering why people are calling you weird, Illasophical?
That happens every day.
And even with,
but you don't have to act on that. That's just human.
So say even
it's just human. It's just human to look at a young underage girl's body if it is attracted to you. If it turns you on, it's normal. It's human. No, the fuck it's not. Sir, that's not normal. But because we live in a society damn near ran by PDF files, unfortunately, because you've witnessed it, like you said, I've seen it all the time. It wasn't a big deal. You had no problem you had no problem with it then, and you don't have a problem with it now. You just said it's normal. It's normal for a grown man to be attracted to a teenager's body. Okay.
With the abuse, she's exposing him now because of the abuse. She still stayed with him. I tell y'all all the time on this show, if you go back to a nigga that hit you, you are no longer looking for love. You looking for a fucking rematch. At what point do you not pick up the phone and call the authorities? You just started just piling this shit up. And then when y'all break up, now you want to release this shit. No. If you were smart enough to save this shit for later, you were smart enough to call the police.
But I think y'all was missing what Lucky was saying. She was saying, okay, now that you guys know, okay, this is the person that you were attracted to. Now that you know she's 16, why still act upon the quote unquote attraction of the time? You know she's 16. Y'all still not looking at the point of she's 16, but I still want to fuck her. I'm still attracted to something.
I didn't argue.
I know she's 16.
I don't think that was arguable, right?
I didn't argue that part.
I don't think that was arguable.
Right. So that's what she was saying.
That's what I
and that's what she was saying. She was saying, like, that's why they get backlash because, okay, you know her age, but you're still fucking with her, even though you know her age. That's why he's getting the backlash. But again, to y'all's point, why is she now exposing this? Because you were okay when y'all was doing it, but now that you know, you doing this and that, now you can expose it, and now, oh, this big thing, and he was fucking me when I was 16. You was okay with it.
My nigga, this shit is so confusing, bro, because Shay said calling the police is worse for him.
What is and that's what's crazy to me. Why is this so confusing? Grown men should not be dealing with minors, period. There's nothing confusing about it. Y'all are sitting here now trying to shift the blame onto the minor because she allowed herself to be led by a grown-ass man who knew that it was wrong. You know way more than the minor. What's so confusing about this? Why does that happen? Why is that even happening? Why is this so confusing? It should be plain, cut and dry and simple.
She had to learn. She was super smart to keep documented records of every time the shit fucking happened, right? But now she's too dumb to know to call the police. Y'all, like this is bullshit. We got to call.
Just like a lot of victims of rape and sexual assault don't call the police right away because of the backlash that they may get, because the fear, the embarrassment, the shame. Now you're saying you had all the why you call it? Because she was probably a minor, not thinking correctly, right? Immature, right? Why is it so confusing? If you're dealing with a minor, you're going to end up dealing with minor shit. What are we talking about?
This shit straight up and down. How we gonna say she's smart for doing this, but dumb just didn't know no better for this?
Both of them are wrong.
When she was 16, like if she was 16, this happened, she exposed them. I mean,
bro, she got all type of messages. She got all type of messages. Hey, if you don't give me 400,000, I'm gonna put these messages out to the world. She was smart enough to start the nigga.
He's definitely thinking.
She wasn't smart enough to call the police though, and that be the bullshit, bro.
And guess what? It's still that grown man fault for dealing with her in the first place. Oops. Oh my. How about if you never mess with a minor, you wouldn't even be in this shit. You wouldn't be getting extorted. You wouldn't be getting you wouldn't be getting blackmailed. The responsibility and the fault still falls on you. I don't give a fuck what this bitch is doing. I don't care. Had you not laid with the minor, you wouldn't be in the situation in the first place.
You can't have it both ways. Either they know, I think you should be able to listen, take this shit to court, evaluate the conversation, see the nature, was she trying to hide it, was she complicit, did he lie about his age, and then the judge should have to make a fucking ruling based on the information.
Yeah, but I feel like you have to expose both sides. You can't
absolutely
just expose one and not the other.
Absolutely, I'm with it.
She was 16, he was 24. So he, as the adult, as the more mature one, knew it was wrong to be fucking with a 16-year-old.
Was her parents cool with it?
Yes.
Yeah, and like 2K said, the parents was cool with it. And that's where
the parents cool with it. Look at them. Rationalizing, normalize. Well, the parents was cool. What did we say earlier, chat? I'll be damned. Fuck them parents. They need to go to jail too. Well, the parents thought it was okay. So nothing. Weird ass niggas, so nothing.
That part changes everything, because even in ancient cultures, the family arranges the arrangements for their children. So the family gives the daughter away. So if the family literally gave the daughter away at 16, it's different.
My nigga,
ain't nothing different. Ain't nothing different, Kai. I'm sorry. I fuck with you too. But there's nothing different. Wrong is wrong. Oh my God. This is why this shit keeps happening. Because y'all trying to find loopholes in gray area for old ass men to fuck with minors. And that's not okay. It should not be a discussion had trying to, well, if they do happen, then the girl needs to go to court too. And she needs to bear responsibility. Stop it. Who do y'all think y'all helping by having this conversation? That's what I want to know. Are y'all stopping underage girls from being taken advantage of from grown-ass men when y'all say shit like this? And then it also proves that y'all don't give a fuck about these kids. Y'all don't give a fuck about how they feel about it. Because when you want to reference historical times and how the families were just giving away their 13-year-old, 14-year-old, 15-year-old daughters, did you really think that little ass girl wanted to go along with that? Did you ever consider the mental and the spiritual impact that it would have on that child? No, you don't care about that. What Illasophical say? We don't care about your maturity. We don't care. We just want to see if that body can take this dick. Right? In so many words, allegedly. Right? Y'all don't care about kids for real. The fact that you would even normalize or rationalize a child being married off at such a young age proves it. Because you don't care how that affects that kid. The fact that that kid didn't have a choice. Those kids were forced into those situations. And somehow that makes it okay. That makes it all the difference. You should be condemning that too. It's very sick. I'm sorry. Y'all sound sick as hell.
That's how
it's been agreed upon by their family. The family has to.
So that's how my city work, right? Because all right, so you will see a 16-year-old girl with a 21-year-old man, right? And long as the family approved of it, it wasn't a problem. Like you will see this nigga picking her up, dropping off to school, taking her to work. He be out at the house with the fam. It was cool.
But also morally, I think they both knew it was wrong, but they still was doing what they
I don't
was
think
doing.
morally wrong.
It's not morally wrong. It's illegal.
It's not morally wrong. It's illegal. Oh my God. I'm finna throw up. Wait, who's in my chat? Mont? That's not fair. He didn't say that. He said a man doesn't care about a woman's maturity. We only care about if her body is ready to take on a man sexually. Those were his exact fucking words. In other words, we don't care if you're mature enough. We just care if your body is ready to take this dick. That's same thing, different way. Tomato. Okay? We're going to call a spade a spade.
Well, legally it's wrong, right? Legally it's wrong.
But like I was saying.
But now it's not morally wrong. And that's the problem. Y'all ain't got no morality level when it comes to this shit. And that's what's scary.
If you jaywalk, was that wrong?
Mm-hmm.
To me, if the family
legally, yes.
Okay.
Legally, but that's how the 16, 21-year-old conversation is. Legally is wrong because white people told us, hey, this wrong, you shouldn't do it. But morally, it's so not wrong because even your parents fucking up.
What's up, Trail Mix? What's up, Trail Mix with the $5 super chat? He says, this should not even be a conversation. Exactly. It's just common sense. 16 or 17 mess with a grown-ass man. PDF. They are fans. Shaking my damn head. Why is it even a conversation? Why are we trying to figure this one out? That's what I want to know. If you're watching, if you're still watching 2K, if you're watching Illasophical, I know your beady-eyed ass somewhere lurking. Why don't you tell us, why is this even a conversation? And why isn't your response, since you're so logical, to say none of this shit is cool? Huh? Okay.
Prove of it, and these are the people that got your best interests at heart.
Right.
Now,
I just think if the family's approved, then then it becomes a different conversation.
So
you're just picking up random little girls.
Now,
but if it's an arranged situation, you have a structured life. You're a 21-year-old with a structured life.
So,
and you're bringing some type of structure to the girl, which might be an anomaly.
See, listen to this. Well, if the 16 is a 21-year-old, and if the parents say okay, and you can bring her structure, what structure could a 21-year-old? Wait a minute. How much structure did y'all have at 21? Were y'all any man in the chat? Were y'all ready to become fathers and husbands at 21 years old? The structure, if he's offering her structure at 21 years old, what 21-year-old is actually ready to take on a whole family and a 16-year-old at that? That he still damn near she still is being raised. That's a child, but he may offer her structure. What fucking structure? That ain't 21 still ain't no grown ass man. He's still trying to get his shit together. This is what disgusts me about this whole thing.
That's a little different. But her parents approved.
And this be the thing, right? She started bullshit at 16, young-minded. Okay, how many of y'all women tell us that when y'all was 16 that y'all was looking for a more mature person, right? You weren't fucking with the niggas.
I think that's
the norm, right?
All women.
So are you?
We never
so time out. If you 16 and you saying you looking for a more mature person, are you looking for a 17-year-old?
Yeah, you're looking for somebody that's older than you. I'm not going to date a 14, 13, 12-year-old.
Okay,
Because I see them as
you
kids.
so you see everything on your level as beneath you with maturity, right? So what are you looking for then?
Something that's a little bit more mature.
Not 17, not 18, probably 19. Start piquing your interest. 20 and 21.
Majority of the time, yes,
Okay.
girls at 16 are going to pick
Now
21-year-olds
that's
because they think it's bigger and better over there.
that's the norm.
That's not normal. What the freaking A? That's not normal. Oh my God. Just because you may have seen it, that was never normal. I was not 16-year-old looking for structure from a 21-year-old. I was not 16. Me and my girls, we weren't doing that. Maybe some around the high school or whatever the case were doing that, but that shit still, we were still like, the fuck? Why are these grown ass men picking up these little ass girls? And why are the teachers so okay with that? Yeah, we saw it, but that shit was never fucking normal. But it wasn't enough men condemning that shit during that time, so y'all made it normal. The leaders of society made it normal. One, by way of forcing it, then trying to legalize it, and then being complicit in it when you see it being done. You may not want to deal with it, but are you stopping the people around you? And see y'all in the show, well, I was just 16. What was I supposed to? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if you see a grown-ass man that's out here looking and pursuing and dating little-ass girls, are you saying anything? No, you're not. Why? Because you've been socially engineered to believe that shit is normal. And they told on themselves throughout this whole fucking thing. Hey, Illasophical, you did this to yourself, gang. You did this to yourself. Nobody got to lie on you. You said some creep ass shit, so now you got the label of a creep. That's your own fault. If you would have came up here and condemned all this shit, nobody would have had nothing to say. But you doubling, tripling down on it. It makes no sense.
No one ever said it didn't happen. The thing was, why is it happening so often? Why is it okay? Why is that the norm?
Because you just answered your own question. Because you said that women want a mature man at that age. That's why it happens. Because you want it to happen.
Okay. Whoa. Oh, did y'all catch that? Did y'all catch that? Did y'all catch that? She wanted it. She wanted it. That's why it happens, because you want it to happen. Oh. So statutory rape is okay. Excuse me, statutory grape. Sorry, YouTube. Is okay because the 16-year-old girl wanted it. So your grown ass gave it to her. That's why it keeps happening, because you want it to happen. Oh, that's not weird at all. Let's hear it one more time. Since we lying on your goofy ass, let's hear it one more time. Let's hear it one more time. My daddy would have beat your ass if he heard some shit like that. My father would have whooped you.
Right, but the thing was, why is it happening so often? Why is it okay? Why is that the norm?
Because you just answered your own question. Because you said that women want a mature man at that age. That's why it happens. Because you want it to happen.
Okay.
Right, but
Huh? Do I need to continue? You're wondering why, and you're sitting here saying, hey, they wanted it, so we gave it. So where's the morality level? Where's the integrity? Where's the discipline? Where's the maturity of these grown-ass men that are allowing teenagers to infiltrate their spaces or get in front of their faces and say, well, she wanted me, so. You know how many rape victims were told she wanted it? She came on to me. I'm gonna tell you right now, fuck ass nigga. Normal men do not talk like this. They don't think like this. They would never say no weird ass shit like that. And even still, I ain't directly call you what everybody else is calling you right now in this space. It happens, ladies and gentlemen. It happens because they want it to happen. All right, we can move on from that one, right? Because we already heard that shit. Shout out to DPMO. I saw Black in the chat. I saw 2K. It is what it is. You know, we can talk about it on another time, but I'm sorry. There's no way this shit is ever going to make sense. Sorry, Bookie. It'll never make sense. So let's play another video.
It's a dog
You're
whistle.
not even trying to have the discourse. You're not even.
Hold on. So this is now the video of Illasophical trying to explain himself after he'd gone viral, saying this weird ass shit. Right? So I was in the chat boxing. Yeah, you know. Yeah, you know what time it is. Cause no, we're not gonna let this weird ass shit slide. What the fuck you mean, gang? What you talking about? What you saying? So this is him trying to rationalize, and then I enter the chat. Okay. The average man cannot intellectualize. So why would you expect the average man to think outside the box? Look at this guy making excuses. You shouldn't have to think that far out the box to know not to mess with a fucking minor just because she wanted it. Woo, baby. Lord, help him. So now he's trying to tell the difference between prepubescent and pubescent, trying to give definitions on shit that doesn't really fucking matter. We're not talking about, and that's what I had wrong. You're right, Illasophical. The original definition of a PDF style is somebody that is attracted to like minors under like 15. I think that's what the definition is, like babies and shit. No. You okay? All right. Even though naturally everybody thinks older man with a minor, doesn't matter what age that minor is, you're gonna go to PDF file first. But no, what you're normalizing is minor attracted persons. What you're trying to normalize is statutory rape. That's the real definition. 16-year-olds, 15-year-olds dealing with older men. Okay, they're at puberty. They're not prepubescent. Okay, it ain't PDF filing, but it's statutory rape. Does that make it better for you? Okay, so let's go ahead and continue. So then,
so tired of.
Let me see. Hold on. Okay. So this is when he pulls up my chat.
You want like this Black and Mild, this Newport energy, this fucking E&J energy. I'm just not feeling it, man. I'm not feeling it, brother. You could have went about it a different way. I don't know you from a can of fucking paint.
I don't think most of these men willing to even call this shit out like that. It's already on here. They don't say shit right now. You know what I'm saying? Like
he's reacting to Taz's first reaction video, and Taz ate that ass up. Ate it up.
I'm wondering.
Shorty, you're full of shit, and I don't give a fuck. Go support the channels that you think.
Look, automatic insults, automatic tearing me down, calling me stupid, saying that I'm full of shit. When we just heard this man say, it happens because y'all want it to happen. Oh, okay. So now you want to highlight my whatchamajigger and that says it's the fact you can't tell what a child looks like versus a grown woman. Because he's trying to say, we don't know. But y'all the knowers and the seers and the doers and the leaders, but you can't tell a child from a woman. Oh, okay. And I don't give a damn how many lashes she got on. I don't care how much weave she wearing. I don't care how much makeup she wearing. You still know that is a child. You still know that is a fucking minor. Let's be fucking for real.
We're going to sit here and lie as if certain young men and women don't look older than they are is ridiculous and stupid and asinine to even entertain. It's really insulting to my intelligence.
You're not intelligent.
And what's ironic about women is women in their 30s and 40s, what are they doing, fellas? They're doing surgeries. They're getting Botox. They're hitting the gym so they can look what? Younger.
Telling on themselves. And why do you think women do that? And a motherfucker in the gym is not trying to look young. It's old women and men, and they're in the gym for vitality. I'm in the gym because I want to look like Angela Bassett when I'm Angela Bassett's age, okay? I want to look nice and toned, and I want to have energy, and I want my body to be healthy. It's not about looking like a younger girl. It's not about that. But to your point, why are women going to do Botox? Because society demonizes age. They demonize older age. They prop up youth, which is why y'all daddy, Kevin Samuels, used to say, oh, when she gets past a certain age, she's expired. Y'all put all this pressure on women to try to look as young as hell because y'all think it's as a woman gets older, her value is down. She can never be happy with a man. Nobody would ever want her if she gets older. When that's the natural way of things. You want to talk about nature and what's natural, then why the fuck do y'all demonize getting old then? Why do you scrutinize women for looking like grown-ass women? Why aren't you attracted to women your own fucking age? And there are plenty of older women out here that have youthful skin, have great bodies, have great vitals, healthy. You don't need to go super young. If that's really what you're looking for, a woman that looks, youthful and, I won't even use the word youthful, healthy. If you want a woman to look healthy, you could go get a woman your own age. They out here. But I know a lot of these niggas don't be in the gym like that. A lot of these niggas don't take care of their own health. Cortisol levels high, diabetes, high blood pressure, gout, fast food eating, street meat eating every damn day. Okay? No, this ain't about that. It's about the way that you can easily manipulate a young woman, and y'all know what the fuck it is. Stop it. Y'all try to make it seem like something that is not. We use context clues over here.
Y'all are in the gym getting BBLs to look younger.
No, stupid. Getting a BBL to look younger. A BBL gonna age you. It's faster than anything else. That was the dumbest shit I ever heard. How does a BBL make a woman look younger when it literally will age her body? It ages her, literally. It already, nothing about that big ass makes them look young. So now you're just talking. But let's keep going because I really gotta go soon.
Why? Because young looks attract men, especially men of means. So you try to look as young as you can for as long as you can. So what the fuck are you talking about?
And that's because men of society have socially engineered men and women to believe that when you get old, you won't be loved. You will not be valued. You need to look as young and as like a young child, as a young woman as possible, because we don't like how nature works. Everything else is natural. Being attracted to a teenager is natural, but we got to demonize the natural way of life, which is that what is young becomes old one day. And you want to blame that on us. No, women are trying to keep up with society. If they're doing that, there are a lot of women who are obsessed with looking young because they've been told all their lives you're only valuable if you're young. And that's why it's weird ass niggas like you that say things like, well, these young women want it, so we're going to give it to them. Right? Right.
They do everything but hit the link because they're going to look dumb.
So now he's saying, I'm all in the chat. I'm boxing, right? Y'all know. Nigga, what? Who's scared to hit a link? Who's scared to hit a link? You're the one that's sounding dumb, thinking you're sounding smart. So I'll go ahead and I hit that motherfucking link. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, my nigga. What we talking about? But I wasn't able to stay up there very long. Tried to have a conversation and failed. So of course I hit that motherfucking link. Ain't shit. I was in a car
Easy to talk
on the way to the stove.
For grown men.
A minute.
For grown men. To that question, what am I answering?
Sir, I'm
For grown men.
live a few times when you were talking.
Okay, so this is me. Hold on, let me clear up, my bad. So this is me. I just joined his live. And he was saying like, you don't never come around when I be talking about other stuff, which is a motherfucking lie. Because he don't even be really going live like that, or I don't be catching it like that. But the times that I have, I will be in his chat showing support. But he never acknowledged me then, which is fine. You don't have to acknowledge me. But don't try to make it seem like motherfuckers only coming around with this. No, motherfuckers coming around right now with this because your logic behind what you're trying to say and rationalize don't make no motherfucking sense. And it's problematic and it's dangerous.
Talking about other things. You just never acknowledged me then. Because I've definitely have supported you before. So I just wanna clear that up. It ain't just this, that. I actually was waiting on this because I wanted to hear your point of view, because I'll be honest, when I heard that conversation, it was a little weird. Now, I'm not saying you're advocating for it, but you're almost rationalizing. Like, well, it's okay.
What am I rationalizing? But what am I rationalizing?
Can I finish?
No, you can finish, but this is my...
Hold on, y'all. Oh, my timer didn't went off, y'all. My timer didn't went off. I might have to pull back up tomorrow, y'all. We're going to go a little bit longer. We're gonna go a little bit more. We're gonna have to do a part 2 about this. We're gonna have to, but let's continue.
So I'm gonna ask you, what am I rationalizing? Answer that question. What am I rationalizing?
Sir, I'm about to tell you. Relax.
I'm relaxed.
Hold on, let me part. So you're rationalizing, saying, well, when a young girl becomes, pubescent and she starts to develop, men are going to naturally be attracted to that because she's developing.
Pisces.
And that's okay because
who said it was okay? We said it happened.
Wait a minute. It shouldn't happen, Illasophical.
That's my point. How
because
can
as a grown man, you
see,
not.
He's asking, how can I not be attracted to a teenager? How can I not? If she has a body type the way that I think is attractive, then how can I not be attracted? I have to. I'm just a man, and her body is developed. So how can you tell a man he can't be attracted to her? Because you should know fucking better. You shouldn't be sexualizing and objectifying women's body parts when they're minors, nigga. That's why. It's a child. Is a child. Is a child. Is a child. I don't care how big her titties are. I don't care how big that ass is. The fact that you would, oh damn, she got a fat ass, but she young though. That's weird in itself. I don't care if you don't pursue it or not. The fact that you would even make a correlation between sex and a minor just because of her body parts says a lot about you.
As a grown man, you should not look at a child's body and sexualize it just because she grew breasts and hips. You should know that as a child.
You're talking about somebody who's watching a child grow up.
Nothing in your mind should say, well, she got titties and she got ass. So naturally, as a grown man, I'm going to be attracted to that. But that's what you're saying. It's still a child.
That is what you're saying. It's natural. It's a natural attraction. We don't know until we know the age, but I'm going to naturally be attracted to a 15-year-old if she got a body like a 25-year-old. That's what you're saying, Illa. It's natural, right?
So it's still a child, and you shouldn't rationalize being attracted to a child's body part because they are. The problem is that society sexualizes women regardless of what she's wearing, regardless of how grown she looks, regardless of what she's wearing. You said it just a few minutes ago. Women are doing all of the things to try to look young because grown-ass men are attracted to super young people.
No, I'm not going to let you say what you want to say. This is my show.
He trying to flex. This is my show. This is my show. This is my show. Boy, and I bet this is all you got. I bet, this whole grandson, this is my show. And it ain't about me trying to say something over you on your show or talk down to you on your show, nigga. We trying to have, you asked me to hit the link, I did. Now I'm trying to explain why I hit the link, and now you telling me I can't talk? Okay. You feeling some way?
You got your point. We heard your point because you ain't saying I heard your point. You made it. I got it. But that has nothing to do with the fuck I'm talking about. Okay. You took something and made it young. You said you being very use the hyperbole, and that's why y'all that's why y'all be full of shit in these faces. You said super. You said you said this is why men are attracted to super young women. That's a fucking lie. I never said nobody about nothing.
You said young enough to look youthful.
Hold on. This ain't the mother niggas. You can
leave. How young you think?
Listen to my point. I'm not putting a number.
How young are they?
No.
You see? He couldn't answer that, right? I can't put a number on it. But you have though.
are going to naturally be attracted.
Fuck, that's why y'all be full of shit in these faces. You said super. You said men are. You said this is why men are attracted to super young women. That's a fucking lie. And I never said nobody about nothing.
You
super
said young enough to look youthful.
Hold on. This ain't them other niggas. You can
So
leave.
how young you think?
Listen to my.
Can't be careful. He ain't that dumb. Because if it wasn't a minor, you could have been like as young as 22, 23. That's an adult. That's of age to a certain degree. Then it would have been like, okay, but you can't even put an age on it because you know what the fuck you mean. You know what the fuck you really want to say, but you know you tiptoeing around it. Come on now. I ain't never claimed to be misintelligent. I ain't never claimed to be all that smart. It is what it is. I call a spade a spade. And right now, your spade is given. I'm trying to rationalize some shit that I shouldn't be rationalizing. Sorry.
My point. I'm not putting a number on it.
How young are they?
No, we heard you talk. I'm not putting a number on it because I'm not into this. Okay. I'm not into this. Just not my interest. What I'm talking about is biology and science. Right. If what you just described is somebody who's growing up with a little girl and watching her turn from 10 to 11 to 12 and then pursuing her once they watch her develop. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a young girl entertaining in an environment where adults are looking like an adult.
Entertaining. Now he's only looking at, this is when he tries to drive the one point about being in the club. Now, the first conversation, you heard him talk about nothing about being in the club. He's just saying, just in general, this is just what it is. This is just what it is. Men are going to be attracted if the body is bodying. But now he's trying to pigeonhole into a certain situation about young girls being around all these older men all the time.
Man is in the club.
Inebriated
with his homies. Y'all,
little girl, you just said a young girl in.
What he wanted to say was a man can easily get it confused if he's in the club and she's in the club and he's been drinking and inebriated. He might get it confused. And I'll concede to that. If we're all in the club together, sure, maybe we can all look like we're of age. But that was just one example that you used to try to make excuses for it. And even still, with your old ass at 40-something years old, you still should be able to recognize, even if she's in that motherfucking club, her demeanor, what she's wearing, all of that. I don't care. I know. Why is it that I know I can tell what a kid looks like, regardless of what they're wearing? But the men with all the logic and all the smarts, y'all can't never tell. Oh, okay.
Liars. I don't deal with liars. We honest over here.
What am I lying about?
If you're in the club with grown adults dressed like
a little girl in the club, a little girl in the club. A little club in the club.
In the club.
Where are little girls ever in the club?
You're an adult. He will be attracted to you because you're attracted.
Where in the world are little girls in the club with grown men? If you're in the club,
you're gonna tell me you never seen teenagers sneak into clubs? Where the fuck is you from?
Listen. Whether they're sneaking into clubs or
not. Ain't no weather. It ain't no weather. Because you're not gonna change the narrative.
So now he's saying all little girls be sneaking in the club. All these little teenagers, even when I was, it happens, but it ain't happening like that. The way he's making it seem like. And on top of that, they're not going into the club trying to get hit on by old ass, weird ass men like you. They're going in there with their peers, with 18-year-olds, 17-year-olds. But old ass men be in the club looking for what? Mm-hmm.
But what we talking about to fix some Me Too moment for you. We ain't doing that.
I don't even know what he's talking about.
Y'all need to get smarter and come up with some stronger arguments. This shit is pathetic and weak. Ain't nobody saying we justifying dealing with a child. We saying is if you act like a little girl, you need to dress and move like one. Because when you start developing based on the scientific definition, not what Jazz Noel thinks, not what you think. Who cares what you think? We talk about what science says.
Okay,
once
and
you
what
start
I'm
looking,
saying
no. Once you start looking like an adult, I don't give a fuck. Once you start looking like an adult as a young man or young woman and moving in adult environments, people are going to hold you to that. That's why
Oh, once you start looking like an adult, because at first he was saying once you start developing, you need to cover up because we finna look. As a young girl, if you start developing, yeah, you need to go ahead and cover up because science says I'm just going to naturally look at you. I'm going to naturally sexualize you. I'm going to naturally look at you in that kind of way. Hold on. What you say, Summer? No, Jazz, if we go to the club and you are attractive, I know men going to be coming for you. Not saying she is going to catch, but that's the norm. But I'm grown though. And I don't even look as grown as I am. He's talking about if an underage girl is in the club, he won't be able to figure it out. He won't be able to understand it. And that if that girl is around in that underage club, she needs to know that she's going to get dealt with. And it's a small thing that I can agree with. You shouldn't be in the club at underage, but it doesn't matter. The environment is what I'm saying, Summer. He's saying that it's natural regardless. That's why he's like, you need to make sure you cover your body up once you start developing, because grown ass men are going to start looking at you. And what I'm saying is you shouldn't. Because there are a lot of young women, a lot of teenagers that develop early. So she got to do all this covering up because it's creepy ass men around her. And what's covering up? And what's really covering up? Because even when a developed girl or a woman is fully clothed, you can't see no skin. If she got body, y'all still gonna sexualize her. Y'all still gonna sexualize her though. That's the issue. That's the problem. Take it out the club. This was just one example. One example. And it wasn't a good one.
Young men, young women, people tell their young child, hey, shorty, cover up. Young man, cover up. Don't watch how you talk. As a young man, if you got a body like an older man, you growing facial hair like an older man. When you speak up in public, they're not going to respond to you like you a child. They're going to respond to you like you a man because you developed. That's reality. That's teaching your children the real world so they can move accordingly. All this, oh, a man should look at you. If you're
listen to what he said. Oh, we got Trey in the building. You know what, Trey? I'm gonna, because I really gotta go soon. We're gonna do a part 2 because it was so much. It was so much that has transpired since last week. We're going to end up doing a part 2, and we're going to do the part 2 of the stream that I was on with Trey on Thursday night, where Illasophical got up there, and Fantastic got up there, and Willie Beanhead ass got up there, and they all start jumping me and shit, trying to defend this man. We could talk about it together, Trey, because I'm a little irritated with you about that a little bit too, friend. But we ain't gonna be able to cover that today because outside is calling me. Okay, outside is outside right now in the chat, and I'm late, but I have to get this one off. So let's finish up real quick. Thank y'all so much for being here. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the share button. And it's the year of fucking exposure. It's a year of exposure. Trey, you still here, babe? I hope you heard me. And send me your IG again. I can't find it no more, so I can hit you up. So I can hit you up about it. Okay. But let's continue.
Shaped like an older woman, carrying yourself like an older woman, moving like an older
okay, so
woman.
Trey,
you're gonna get
you. Okay, so tomorrow, send me your link to your directly. So tomorrow we can react to it together. We can react to it together since it was your panel, it was your stream. I'll do a part 2 and we'll react to it. And we're gonna break this shit down together, friend, because you're gonna see. You're gonna see. Okay, I'm gonna make you see because I believe in you. All right. The mother niggas can all go straight to hell. All right. Blu-ray Fitness. Okay. Blu-ray Fitness. Blu-ray Fitness. Okay. Thank you so much. And moderators, if y'all here, can y'all please drop the link for Trey's whatchamajigger, his YouTube page, please. Yes, Tiffany. Outside calling. You see my little outfit? You know what I'm saying? On Trey's y'all. On Trey's panel, they tried to say I was built like a boy. The fucking blasphemy. All right. I don't even want to show y'all what's really going on in this little. I don't even want to do that. All right. I don't want to do that because I got you to prove. But yeah, outside is calling. It's Memorial Day. We turn it up here. And I'm actually really late for a really fun party. But let's finish this up so y'all can see the logic.
And attraction means I'm looking your way.
And you're
doesn't
weird
mean
to
I'm
be
dealing
attracted
with
to a child. You're weird to be
That's what
attracted
you
to a
want to
child
word
just
it
because
because
her
you want to
body
word it a certain
is
way because
growing
you're trying to
up
make the
doesn't
person
mean
look a
that it's
certain way.
okay for a
Listen,
man.
you trying to word shit.
No,
You trying to word shit to dog
you're
whistle
not
the
even
dumb
trying to have
people.
the discourse. You're not even trying
You
to have
don't
the
got it
discourse.
because you ain't saying shit.
I am saying
asked
shit
you for
because
your
you're
point
trying
and
to
you
sit
ain't
here
make
and
it.
say,
You ain't
you're
made
trying
no
to
point.
sit
You
here and
trying
say
to
that
frame
little.
See, he's very much so automatically on the defense, friend. Oh, not friend, but Illa. If you are against minors, or I'm sorry, grown men dating underage girls, why are you so mad? Why are you so mad? We supposed to be on the same side. You should be offering people to come up on your platform to clarify what the fuck you're saying, but you want to fight me and call me stupid and call me all of these names because you know what the fuck you're saying is off as fuck, sir.
Girls that go, you're trying to say that
You
little
trying to
girls
frame something
that
that's
go
not
around
there.
grown men, you're trying to say that little girls that are under the
Little
age of
girl,
15.
we're not talking about little girls. We're talking about people that's developing to young women. See, you keep saying
We're not talking about little girls. We're talking about people that are developing into young women. Chat, what is that? Also known as what? We're not talking about little girls. We're talking about people that are developing into women. What would you call that? If it ain't a little girl, if it ain't a teenager, then what is it? Then what the fuck is it? Because as a teenager, as a little girl, we're developing into women. That's why I asked, okay, so what's the age? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? What age are we actually talking? We're not talking about the little girls. So what, are you talking about teenagers? Because a woman is a woman. Ew, it's some creeps in here. 18 and 19 we like. How old are you, nigga? Hey, watch out, creeps. What's going on, Voice of Venus? Yeah, I can't exactly. Because what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Oh, we're talking about people that are developing into women. And even if she's 18, she's a young woman. She's still a teenager. You want to know why? Because there's teen in her age. She's still not a young woman. Can't go to the bar with you. What you got in common with her? Oh my God. Oh my God. Creep alert, creep alert, creep alert, creep alert. Gino Vasquez says, I'm 49 years old. We love him 18 and 19. I'm disgusted. I am. I want to throw up. Okay. That is absolutely gross. And I just can't. But this is the exchange that we have.
little
But
girls. We're not talking about no 5 and 6 year olds. We talking
then what are you talking about then? What are you talking about?
about people that's developing into young womanhood. Grow up.
What age is that? What
When
age
you
is that?
18 and 19, you in college.
What age is that? What ages do
18 and 19, people in college.
there are a lot of fifth graders and sixth graders that
We're
develop
not talking about
fast.
them. So since you're slow,
But you're saying it's biology.
we want to get the definition
You're saying it's
again.
biology.
We don't have to deal with what you feel because we got the definition right here. We got the definition right here.
You're not trying
Yeah,
to
because I don't deal with feelings. I deal with facts. You talking some feeling, emotional shit. You ain't got nothing to do with the facts. This is the facts right here. Prepubescent attraction. That's what you're talking about. Prepubescent. That's not what we're discussing. This is the definition right here. We ain't
For
gotta
a
go
grown
about
man
what
to be
you feel.
attracted to a prepubescent adolescent.
That's not what we're talking about.
That is what
You're talking about prepubescent. That's not what I'm talking about.
You're saying that it doesn't matter. This is what I'm saying, Illasophical. If a young girl, if she's 15, 16, 17, regardless of what she's wearing, regardless of how her body is developing, no grown-ass man, what are you talking about? You're saying once you start.
See, y'all not about to play this game with me. No, this is what you're gonna do. Because y'all not about to play this game with me. You want to repeat what I said.
My bad, y'all. My brother coming in here giving his little commentary on the side. But look. Okay, see you. But look, no. I couldn't have a conversation with him because he kept trying to fight me, and then he eventually threw me off the damn live, right? Because he's trying to play these games with the words. We're not talking about little girls. We're talking about, but you wouldn't tell me what type of person is developing into a young woman if it's not a teenager or a little girl or a preteen. Which one is it? If you're not starting at 21 years old, it's all a problem. Exactly. He's saying, right, FTE puberty. Sick. Exactly. Y'all, I appreciate you being here, Young Riot. Thank you so much. But that was that interaction. And he kept saying the things over and over again, but still not making much sense, right? Let me go back a little bit. My brother got distracted me a little bit. He came in here like, that shit is not normal. Oh no.
Are little girls in the club with grown men? If you're
grow up.
What age is that?
When you 18 and 19, you in college.
And 18 and 19 in college still don't make you grown. That don't make you an adult that's ready to deal with a 40-something-year-old man. That's still creepy as fuck. Now he's changing it. When you're 18 or 19, that ain't what you've been saying, though. First it was, I'm not putting the age on it. Then it's 18, 19, and that's still weird. Teen. Keyword here is teenager. All right? That's what makes this all bad. Doesn't matter what environment she's in. A grown-ass man should know the difference and move accordingly. You lusting after a teenager's body and saying she's ready for you because you find her developed enough to take you on is sick as fuck. And we'll never be okay with that. We'll never be okay with that.
What age is that? What age is because there are a lot of fifth graders and sixth graders that
we're not talking about that. So since you're slow, but you're saying it's biology. You're going to get the definition again. Biology. We don't have to deal with what you feel because we got the definition right here. We got the definition right here.
You're not trying
because we don't. I don't deal with feelings. I deal with facts. You talking some feeling, emotional shit. You ain't got nothing to do with the facts. This is the facts.
Thank you. John, another real man in the building, says 18 to 23 should be off limits to a man over 35. Period. Now you want to try to talk about, why are you showing us definitions of pedophilia? It doesn't matter, sir. It doesn't matter.
Prepubescent attraction. That's what.
Yeah, and what you're talking about is statutory grape attraction. That's what you're talking about. Don't make it no better.
Talking about prepubescent. That's not what we're discussing. This is the definition right here. We ain't gotta go about
to be attracted to a prepubescent adolescent.
That's not what we're talking about.
That is what you're talking about.
Prepubescent. That's not what I'm talking about.
You're saying
I'm not talking about prepubescent. No, you just tried to play that on me because you didn't ever put an age on it. So you want to try to say it ain't a PDF. It ain't a PDF because we're not talking about super young girls. It's a PDF regardless. How about that?
And that it doesn't matter. This is what I'm saying, Illasophical. If a young girl, if she's 15, 16, 17, regardless of what she's wearing, regardless of how her body is developing, no grown-ass man, what are you talking about? You're saying once you start.
Y'all not about to play this game with me. No, this is what you're gonna
do. Yes. Y'all not
about to play this game with me.
We're going to review Nature Boy next because whole time, when I watch Nature Boy, y'all, when I watched that, I'm listening to the way this man, Nature Boy, was talking and how he was manipulating people to come in, involve himself, and how he was treating these women and how he was doing them. He sounds just like the Manosphere. He sounds just like these Hebrew Israelites. Okay? That's something to take note of. Because I'm watching, I'm like, did these niggas get their play from Nature Boy? Because the way he was talking, I've heard the same talking points throughout this Manosphere, red pill shit. And that's scary because you see where Nature Boy is now, right? Yeah, we're going to do that, though. I've been trying to figure out a way to do it so we can write it. But y'all, check it out. So he dropped me off the live, and then he starts to call me all type of names, and I was still in the chat. Talking my shit.
You want to repeat what I said, not what you wanted to say.
You sound crazy.
No, you sound crazy. Because you got to listen to what I'm saying. You saying regardless of what she's wearing, that changes the whole narrative. You see how slick they? I'm showing y'all how to deal with people that
went on fantasy.
live in real time. This is how they get niggas jammed up with this fake smart shit these motherfuckers be talking.
That's
you.
You.
Bullshit.
That's you. You the fake smart. You the fake smart of the group right now. Trying to say it's natural for these things to happen. That's fake smart.
She said, regardless, it's not regardless, because if you look like a young child, an older man is not going to be attracted to you because you look like a child.
But
so
yet, grown men are attracted to children. That's the fucking problem.
No. We're not talking about children.
Because she's developed.
You are talking about children. If you're talking about a teenager, you're talking about a fucking child. That's what I don't like. Stop blurring the lines. Stop blurring the lines. A teenager is a child. A teenager is a child. Period. Period, point blank. A kid. Are you kidding me? You think because we're not talking about 5, 6, 7-year-olds? No, it's still a problem, nigga.
You can't be mad if a grown man is a child.
No.
You're literally saying that.
If you look like an adult,
right.
You're going to attract an adult. If you look like an adult, adults are going to look your way. If a young man looks like a grown man, grown women are going to look at him.
What is looking like an adult? What is looking like an adult? What is looking like? How can a child look like an adult? No.
You see, he couldn't answer the question. What is looking like an adult? Illasophical. What is it? What is it? What? How can a child look like an adult or a teenager? Don't tell me makeup. Because even when I see teenagers with makeup on, they look like teenagers with makeup on. What makes it look like a grown woman? You don't want to say her body parts though, right? Because that would make it even more weird, because that's the only way you are tying them looking like an adult. And we're going to talk more about that in the next stream, y'all, because I really do gotta go.
What is looking like an adult? Tell me what a little girl can look like. Let me ask you. What exactly can a young girl?
For this dumb shit.
What exactly? How can a young girl look grown for a grown man to be like, oh, I thought she was grown? Tell me what that looks like. Tell me what that looks like. Tell me what that looks like.
I already explained it mad times. This is stupid.
This is stupid.
I ain't entertaining no.
I'm so stupid. Look at him, hot. You see that drip? Nigga, you in the house. You got your air on? What you so hot for? What you sweating for? This is easy for you. Philosophical, Mr. Illogical. But you want to drop me off because you can't answer. How can a young woman, a teenage girl, an underage girl, a minor, whatever the fuck, how can it look appealing to a grown man like you? Or to not you, because you don't find them attractive. The men around you that you say you grew up with, that you saw all the time, that you thought that was normal, that back then society was keeping up nature. What did those girls look like? Sweaty ass nigga. Look.
I can't take the dumb shit.
You heard that crack? I can't take the dumb shit. You're the dumb shit. You're the dumb shit.
We're talking about basic logic and reason. You see how people come and they change your words and they.
Nobody's changing your words. What the freaking A, bro? Nobody's changing your words. But Pisces, exactly. That's what he was going to say. Her body. That's all he got. He's too grown for your combo, Jazz, but not an 18, 19-year-old young lady. Exactly. Pisces, you be on your shit. You be clocking all the bullshit. Thank you. Thank you so much. Exactly. That's the only reference that y'all can say that a young woman looks like a grown-ass woman that's ready to take on a grown-ass man is if she has developed body parts. And he expounds on that. He expounds on that. Oh shit. Almost fell out my seat. Hold on. So let's just listen to a little bit of what you got to say, y'all, and we're going to wrap this thing up.
They say super young children, regardless of what they wearing, that changes the whole narrative. No man is looking at a young woman who looks like a little.
Yeah, I stay arguing with men because y'all say dumbass shit like this. And I'm not scared to talk back. And I'm not scared to challenge you. Yeah. And if you was a woman saying this shit, I have smoke for your ass too. I don't give a fuck. Two Shaq be on it. I know he always watching me. I'm his favorite. Yeah, I'm his fave. I hope he does react to me. Make sure you tag me, baby. Make sure you tag me. I don't give a damn. I don't care. And what's crazy is if y'all react to me about this, right? If y'all reacting to me, right? And try to call me stupid, what stance are you taking, right? That's what I was wondering. Let's say if Shaq does react to this or any of these other reaction channels against me, right? If you react to it going against me, where will your stance be about the topic of the conversation is what I want to know. Would you be saying that Illasophical right? That grown men, you also are agreeing that grown men are attracted to teenage girl bodies when they become developed? What would be your response? So I hope he does. I hope he does, because I would love to hear the side that he's standing on. Fantasy, exactly. Your body developing doesn't mean you are ready to sleep with a fucking grown man. Exactly. Exactly. That's my point. Like, there's nothing logical about that. And it shows just how much of creepy, like the creepy mindset of men that they think all it takes is a woman being developed for her to be ready for sex. So they go on and do it. So what did we learn today, y'all? He said it happens because the young women want it to happen, right? He said that. These are his words. Jasmine didn't misconstrue shit, right? When a young woman, young teenage girl, whatever the case, when she becomes developed, she better cover up. Why? Because men are naturally going to be attracted to her body parts. And if she is showing off her body parts or whatever the case may be, she should expect, and not only that, if she has those body parts and she's around grown ass men, she should know she's going to get dealt with like a grown ass woman. That's what he said. Okay. So it's just crazy to me that we're even having the conversation while he's on that side of the conversation and not on the side of the conversation of totally condemning this shit. Exactly, Moa. That's naturally what a PDF does. See, it ain't me calling you what it is directly. So while y'all out here threatening lawsuits, y'all gonna have to put a lot of lawsuits on people on this internet space, because there's a lot of people out here just calling you flat out PDF, flat out predator. Jazz ain't said it yet. Why y'all threatening shit? Right? Threatening things off the creepy ass. I wish you would take this to a fucking lawyer. They're gonna be like, well, yeah. That does. If anybody is calling you that, look at what you said. If anybody says you sound like that, look at what you're saying. You're gonna waste everybody's time. It's so strange to me. It's so odd to me that we even have to sit here and have these conversations. Grown men need to do better at getting control of their lust and stop objectifying women's body parts. Because if you looked at women as human beings, a developed teenager would do nothing for you. It would do nothing for you. A teenager that's just going through her change in life, it should do absolutely nothing for you. But it does. And that's what we need to be talking about. And that's what we shouldn't be so complicit in a society that's okay with that. A drop of consent should not involve no goddamn teenagers. And you got this dude Dustball, you a creep too. The fact that you are correlating young girls with meat to be eaten by men. Woo, baby. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it. But y'all, thank y'all so much for being here. We're going to run this shit back. Be on the lookout. Turn your notifications on. We're going to run this back tomorrow afternoon. I know it'll be kind of early, or maybe we'll do a happy hour on Tuesday. That's what we'll do. We'll do a happy hour tomorrow, and we'll do a part 2 to this. Make sure, make sure you turn your notifications on. Make sure y'all pull up, because we're gonna continue. There's more. We're gonna look at Taz's review. We're gonna look at the trade, the Truth Teller review, the panel that I was on with him, where shit just kind of went left when I was threatened with lawsuits out of nowhere, and we're gonna get to the bottom of this shit. But y'all, I appreciate y'all so much for pulling up. Shout out to y'all. We had it booming in the building today. Happy Memorial Day. I appreciate y'all so much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go ahead and dance on out of here because we don't got no mercy for these weirdos in these places. We don't. Shout out to y'all. Purple hearts in the chat. If you felt what we was dropping down today, I'm all about fairness. I'm all about keeping it 100. And I'm sorry, Illasophical, the shit that came out of your mouth should have never happened. You can fight me on this all you want, but we ain't making no more excuses for this. If you want to be on the right side of history, come out and condemn all this shit. But until then, we on your ass. Yeah, we on your ass. But we on a nigga ass. Yeah. We don't play that. We don't play. We don't play that. Get out the way. Huh? Exactly. But all right, y'all. Until next time. See you later. Be out on the lookout for the next stream. It's coming soon, baby. I'm going outside. Did I get to all the super chat? Hold on. Oh, frick. Wait. Let me honor the money real quick. My bad. I'm sorry. Let's see. I think I missed one. Okay. From Trail Mix again, $5. He said this should not even be a conversation. It's just common sense. 16 or 17-year-old messing with grown ass men. PDF, they are fans. Exactly. Again, $2 with the Trail Mix with the $2 super chat. I thought Jazz was supermodel at first. Oh, exactly. They try to come at me, bro. But it's all right. Thank y'all so much. I'll be back. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Yeah.